So, welcome everyone. So it's a pleasure to be here in Toulouse for this FBI annual days. So I also want to thank the local organizer for taking all the time to organize this meeting. You know, sometimes we think we come and everything is there and we enjoy it, but there is a lot of work behind it. So I really want to thank all the local organizers for their time in organizing this. And before I start, I also want to make another point. So tomorrow, we have this parallel session, you know, where there are different topics, so we can discuss some Infratech proposal, also different working group, and especially, so there are still rooms if you didn't register for this session, you want to participate, you know, you can still do it, and especially the mechanobiology session, you know, there are still a lot of spots, so don't hesitate. Okay, so I will make a short presentation about what happened last year and what will happen maybe next year. So as you know, France Bioimaging is the national infrastructure for microscopy, and our main mission is to provide researchers access to traditional and innovative imaging technology and expertise. And our motto is divided in 3 pillars, you know, innovation, training, and access. And as such, we have research and development activities and also infrastructure activities. And this, of course, takes place in the context of Eurobioimaging as well. So first point I want to make is about the perimeter. So in 2023, so we had the pleasure to have 2 new nodes that joined the infrastructure. So Alsace and Toulouse. And this was made after a competitive call by the infrastructure, which was supervised and evaluated by the SAB and validated by all the institutions, CNRS, INSERM, etc. And this provides a very important added value for France Bioimaging in many different domains, and especially, you know, for technological terms, you know, the probes and chemistry, anti-stock microscopy, optical current tomography, mechanobiology, microfabrication and microfluidics. And this afternoon, the 2 nodes will present, you know, what they bring to the infrastructure in more details. And of course, this also enables us to improve our access via the local facilities that also join the infrastructures. In 2024, so we will have a revision call. So because we had 5 applicants at the first round, so we selected 2 nodes. On the institution CNRS in CERN University decided that we could host 1 more node. So we'll have a region call that is only open to the previous applicant that were not selected. And so we will have either Normandy or Rhône-Alpes that will join the infrastructure next year, if validated by the SAB on our institution as well. So at the end, we have a total of 10 nodes, including IPDM for bioimage informatics, and that will be the mature perimeter of the infrastructure. I think will remain like this after that. Okay, so today we have 23 core imaging facilities. We have about 60 associated research and development teams, and of course the idea is to have the R&D teams, you know, bringing new technology to the infrastructure and to the facilities so people can access all these technologies. And we are a very large structure, so in total there are 600 staff in the core facilities, you know, 300 and more microscopy setups, and 5,000 annual users. This takes place in an international environment. So France Bioimaging is part of Eurobioimaging, and this, you know, this European infrastructure started 2 years ago, and it's, you know, taking up speed on wind on. As you will see in my presentation and in other presentations during these 2 days, it gives us a lot of opportunities for funding and to develop different action. And Eurobioimaging also develops some action on its own, which are important for us as well. And at an even higher level, so there is Global Bioimaging, which is a network of large infrastructure such as Eurobioimaging, which also helps to develop, you know, this service in imaging across the world. Okay, so we have several strategic objectives, you know, beyond our motto. These are led by our mission official. So many of them, or most of them, will present during these 2 days, so I will not go into details of what they do. I want to make a few words about access. So the big question for the infrastructure, of course, is to give access to our users nationally and internationally. And one way to access technology and to promote, use of our infrastructure is to subsidize access. And there are a number of calls that provide money for people to use the infrastructure. And I will go through this quickly. And it is important for people that are not in the perimeter of the infrastructure because they can come to our node and use it. But it's also important for people in the infrastructure because they can go to a different node and access this fund as well to benefit technologies that are not present at their local node. So there are several national calls for access. So the CNRS has made a call the last 2 years that will be renewed this year. And so it has quite a lot of success. So they give quite a good funding, 10 to 30 kilo euros per project, 80 applications last year. And the idea is to encourage new teams to use the service of the research infrastructure. So that includes France Bioimaging, but all the other infrastructures. There is also a call that is driven by Ibiza. So this is 3 to 5 kilo euro per project. And the idea of the Ibiza call is to promote a transdisciplinary project that will make use of different infrastructures. And so last year we had about 20 applications, and we had a success rate, I think, 30% about, so quite good. And this will be also renewed next year. And finally, we have a call which is permanent, so anyone can apply at any time, which is funded by France Bioimaging money, and we give 700 euros per project per week. And the idea is to promote usage of France Bioimaging, and acceptance rate for this is very high. In fact, if your project is already funded by the ANR or etc., so it will be accepted almost every time if technically the project is feasible, of course. And so these calls, our evaluation is that they have been quite successful. Many people apply. They help to popularize the infrastructure, the service we provide, and also our technology. So we'll pursue them, and we'll also continue to use funding from our money to subsidize them. On the way to do it, so the thing that we request is that people go through the Eurobioimaging portal, whatever the call they use. And this way, this can be registered, counted, and it promote usage and visibility for us, nationally and also at the European level. And this is relatively easy to do, and we can also help you, to fill this. But it's very short; it's like 1 page, things to fill. And don't forget, to acknowledge it in your publication, of course. Okay, so then there are these European calls. So this is relatively new. So there are calls that are Eurobioimaging is participating to this call. So we are participating through Eurobioimaging. So these are thematic calls. So they are devoted to a particular scientific area. So there are 3 currently: one in agroecology, one in cancer, and one for infectious disease. And this also brings consortium of many European infrastructure. So you can put project there that will use not only imaging, but all kinds of technologies. And what is important is that it provides fund for transnational access. So if you want to go to a different country to make experiments or to get people from different countries, but it also provides it subsidizes transnode access. So let's say you want to go to Paris to use a technology that is not here, so you can apply to these calls to do that. So all these 3 projects, so they have their own portal and their own calls. So you have to go to their portals to look at the calls, but we encourage you to use them because the money is pretty good, and the acceptance rate, I think, is also reasonably good. And it's very important to promote usage of these tools because that's how the EU will evaluate it. If nobody uses it, that will not be renewed. If people use it, there will be more money, so people can access technology in a subsidized manner, which is what we want all. Okay, so the bottom line for access It's very important that we use this money that is available to us, nationally or internationally, that allow you to benefit a technology that is not present where you are, or also to host researchers to use technology that you have in your facilities or in your research and development team. And this is very important because that's a strategic issue for the infrastructure, because that's part of the evaluation we have. We have to prove that people come to use what we propose to them. And that's very important. Communicate locally on this, to people you meet, every day. If you think that someone can benefit from it, don't hesitate to redirect that person to all these calls or to us. We can explain also how to do that. Okay, so here that was mostly for technologies, microscopy and instruments. There are also access to data service, and this, will be presented later, today by Emmanuel for data management on image analysis by Jean-Yves Tinvez tomorrow with a live session, for the analysis service that is being developed by Anne-Sophie and Jean-Yves. Okay, then I want to say a few words about innovation. So, innovation, so we win money to develop new technologies and implement it, in the facilities. So last year, we applied to this France Innovation 2030 call. So that was a call proposed by the Ministry of Research for the 16 eligible, national infrastructure in biological sciences, 100 million euros in total, and it was only for equipment, and mostly facility equipment. And we put, a proposal where we had new technologies and also upgrade of existing technologies. So the way it worked, so we had several, rounds, between us, and the CNRS and the ministry. So at the end, so the CNRS, INSERM, and university decided to make a common proposal for all the 16 infrastructures for a total of 100 million euros. So it means that if we are positively evaluated, all the projects will be funded. And so we wrote at this occasion a technological map for the next 8 years with the help of the technological working group, and I want to thank them for their implication in that. And that's available on the web if you're interested to go through it. And at the end, so we put together a proposal for 11.5 million euros. That's as part of new technology, part of upgrade, and hopefully it will be funded, and we should have news early 2024. Okay, so then for innovation, there are also European funds. Indeed, so because of this ERIC and Eurobudgeting started 2 years ago, now we can access to European funds through what is called InfraServe, InfraDev, and InfraTech calls, which consider different aspects of the infrastructures. So for technology development, it's the InfraTech calls. So it gives money to develop technologies, implement them in our infrastructure, and collect also data for a topic of interest, for the EU. So in 2022, that was the last call for this InfraTech. So Bretagne Noire participated to a project that is called ANERIS on marine biology, and we received 400 euro for that, including some training. So that was quite a good money for that. So there is a call in 2024, deadline I think mid-March, and there are currently 2 projects that FBI is developing. One on plant biology that is called Greenscopy, and the idea is to have technology that go from the lab to fields and back from the field to the lab as well in imaging, various kind of imaging modalities. And Jean is heavily involved into that, so if you want to some details on that, you can ask him. And there is a second project that is called Prestige, which is led by Virgil Viasnov, who will be talking tomorrow. And this has to do with regenerative medicine and predictive imaging. And we'll have also open discussion tomorrow in the roundtable, so if you want to come, feel free to come and hear about this. And then there is also InfraTech about mechanobiology, which is led by Maddie Patterson in the UK. And France Biology is quite involved into that as well. So hopefully, we'll deposit the free project, and hopefully some of them will be funded, and we can get some money to develop technologies. Okay, so our strategic objective for 2024. So we want to incorporate a new node to reach our final perimeter. So we would like very much to obtain the funding, for the equipment we apply. And then there are different other points. So of course, we want to finalize the Infratech proposal. And then two other important points. So there is something we would like to do next year is to restructure and revisit our service offer, because I think the infrastructure has grown a lot. There are a lot of things, low technology is very high technology, and we need to improve the visibility of the high technology, and to have also tools that help people, to navigate to everything that we propose and to find what they need. So I think there is some work to do here, and we want to do that next year. And we want to do this to access technology in facilities, but also in R&D teams. I think there are tools we can put together to help people access technologies that are not yet available in the facilities. Okay, so then the last objective for next year. So we would like to renew the direction of the infrastructure. So we are happy that we had a call for Deputy Director for European and International Affairs in 2023, and Yves Mély proposed to join the infrastructure. We are very happy about this, and he has been involved in the last few months into the FBI national coordination, and he will take full head of this international affairs starting in January. So thank you for Yves. And we have an ongoing call for the another deputy director for the infrastructure, because I think we need 5 persons at the national coordination, Caroline and Alexandre, and 3 PIs, for directing infrastructure, international affairs and national affairs as well. And we have an ongoing call for the direction of the infrastructure. So if you are interested, or someone that are interested, so please incitate this person to apply and to contact us if someone is interested. Okay, so then we have larger objectives post-2024. So there will be the creation of a unité d'appui de la recherche UAR, in 2024, probably at the end of the year, and that will start, its operation 2025. So that will be quite a big change, and we need to work on that. And so you will hear from that in the coming month. So then we need to renew our funding. So currently we are funded by the PIA. That will end at the end of 2024. So we'll have a final evaluation in probably early 2024. And if we successfully pass it, we may be able to access some recurrent funding. So there is nothing for sure yet, but things are in the pipeline. So if we are successful here, possibly we'll have some perennial sustainable fund that will come regularly, which will be a great success and a great achievement, and will open more long-term projects on infrastructure. So I think this is great. So we will have to work on that final evaluation probably quite heavily soon. And then what we want to do in the long term, also to develop a funding model where we not only rely on the national fund, but we take advantage of Eurobiomaging and the European fund. As I showed you, there are different ways to access this fund. There is currently some good money that is allowed to European infrastructure. So I think we should really take these opportunities, and try to get this fund to develop the infrastructure, not only technological development, but also more infrastructure activities. And I think this will also require some investment from our part, to go through these calls and apply and etc. But I think this will be good. And if we do, I think in the long term, if these calls are successful and bring some good result and outcome, I think the EU, will renew them, regularly as well. Okay, and then I would like to thank you for your attention. And I think if you have one or two questions, I think we have time for one or two questions if you want.